Hey guys, Doug here from Bugs and Brews. Welcome back to another fly tying tutorial. Today I'm going to be tying up a Rainbow Warrior and enjoying a Nugget Nectar from Trogs. This is one of my favorite wintertime beers. We're in mid-January right now. Seems very fitting to be tying up these Rainbow Warriors, which is one of my favorite wintertime patterns. Let's get the tying. To start things off, I'm going to put a size 16 Lively Legs 320J in the vise. I got a 2.4 millimeter tungsten slotted bead on there, and I'm going to be using a red UTC Ultra thread. You can also tie this in purple. I think purple and black as well. Lance Egan has both variations there. And I'm going to start my thread. And then first things first, let's get that bead in place. And we'll build a little bit of a thread dam in front of the bead there, just to make sure that that's not going to move on us. A little bit more. And that should do it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a counterclockwise spin to my bobbin just to unravel and uncord some of that thread, because I want to keep this fly pretty slim. And by uncording that, that thread's going to lay flat and really just help me make that body that much slimmer. So for the tail, I'm going to be using Coke de Leon, medium Pardo. Grab a couple of fibers off of there. We'll give about a hook shank in length. Give a couple of fairly loose wraps, and from here I can actually adjust the tail, but I kind of like the length on that, so give one more harder wrap, and then I'll lift up that tail, bring my thread underneath, and it kind of splays that tail out a little bit. Gives it kind of a natural buggy look. Bring my thread back up to behind the bead, cut off my excess, and then from here we're going to tie in our body material. And for our body material, I'm using pearl tinsel, and for this is actually a size medium. I know the bobbin there said large, but I'm using a medium for the body. The large will come in later. We're going to use that for the wing case, but I'll tie in my body and bring that back to the tail, then back to the front here, trying to have as minimal thread wraps as possible. Now we're going to grab our tinsel, and I'm going to use my rotary vise to make touching, slightly overlapping wraps back up to the front of the hook. There we go. Give it a good wrap, pull a little tight, and two more. There we go. Cut that off. And then this is where the large comes in. I'm going to tie that wing case in just behind the bead here. Give a couple good wraps. Make sure that's in there tight. And for the dubbing, the collar here, I'm going to be using a Rainbow Scud dub. I'm going to take just a pinch of stuff here. You can kind of see I don't have much at all, but that'll go a long way. Alright, you can kind of see how much I have on there. I'll give a good couple wraps. Trying to keep this as sparse as possible. Pull our wing case over. Capture that with a good thread wrap. Pull that tight. Now, a couple in front. Use my whip finish tool. Put on a whip finish. Cut my thread. let's cut that wing case out of there. We're gonna do a little bit of scissor work here now too. So because I'm using this as like a contact nymphing fly, I'm gonna try and cut some of that excess dubbing away. Now typically I like that bugginess where that dubbing is sticking out a little bit, but for contact nymphing, we're looking for that fast sink rate. This is on a lighter bead, you know, as well. So anything that I can do to help this cut through the water quicker will help out. Think of it kind of in terms of swimming, where a lot of swimmers, you know, they're shaving their legs, you know, those hair appendages to help them cut through the water better. Same concept applies here. And I just put on a little bit of UV resin just to make sure nothing comes unraveled on us while we're fishing this. And that's all there is to it. Pretty simple fly, easy one to tie, fun one. I love tying nymphs. That's kind of my favorite thing. And this is a good one. So give her a try. So that's the Rainbow Warrior. Not much to it. Really easy fly to tie, and one that I really enjoy tying. Very effective. I like it in the winter. And like I was saying earlier, I like this on smaller hooks. 16 is probably the largest that I'll tie this on. I have a couple in 18s, but those are really the only two sizes there. I don't really get much bigger than the 16. But you know, the winter theme, kind of continuing on with that. I had a couple of Trogues Nugget Nectars in the fridge. Right now we're in about the middle of January, and Trogues comes out with this Nugget Nectar at the beginning of January, and it's one that I absolutely love. Me being a big fan of Christmas beers, they are super sweet, super malty, you know, estery, spicy, you know, love them. But you know, after that Christmas season, I kind of like to step back from that. You know, just I need a you know, change of pace. And Nugget Nectar is awesome. Like every year, I'll buy a 6-pack of it at least, and it's just a really good change of pace. It's Imperial Amber Ale, but it's kind of more like got that West Coast IPA vibe to it because it's super hoppy, super piney, super resiny. And it's just a really good change of pace, you know, based on when it comes out in the year from what you're getting around Christmas time. So I'm about a half a dozen flies in. It's been a good day, and cheers. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.